And what is going down, everybody? It is your boy, Mr. June. We're on here with today. I got my boy the Hammers here. Hitmon Lee will not be here today. He's got some things to do with work and stuff. Today we're supposed to have the champ Lights Out is going to be here. Hopefully we get a couple of guests popping in here pretty soon.
You didn't fight yesterday, did you?
No, but I was watching him on. I was watching him live at RJ's basketball game. Really? I was in the fucking bleachers. Like, oh shit! They were like, "What?" It was my fault.
Who fought?
Lights Out. So the dude death sentence.
Of course, yeah.
He didn't show up.
He flaked.
So Lights Out fought somebody else, and he quit the first round. Couldn't continue.
The guy that he fought.
Yeah, he couldn't get up to the bell. There was a couple of MMA fights too. There was one MMA fight where these dudes, bro, it was like watching a Rocky movie. There was no defense at all. They were just swinging for the gates, just popping each other in the face. I'm like, oh, this is crazy.
Blocking their heads.
Yeah, bro, it was intense, man. I remind you, I'm in the bleachers, like, oh, this is crazy. They're like, what? I'm like, oh, it'd be my fault. I'm tripping. You know what I'm saying? So it was a good time.
You're a coach for the team?
I was coach for Tay-Tay's game.
Okay.
That turned out way better than what I thought it was gonna be. Tay-Tay's game was fucking awesome. Really? You know, they're kindergartens, but they did a good job. Okay. A good job. Tay-Tay's a ball hog though. Well, he has a kid on there named Jack that he played soccer with. So they click real well together. They're just back and forth. They're taking good shots. So yeah. And then
he's like fucking. I'm not passing it to Steve. He's not. He's wide open. Bobby's wide open over there now. I'm passing it.
Chip's so Chip's wife Marie. Her sister's kid is one of my players. Oh, really? So yeah, the kid. Yeah, Chip's Marie's sister's kid is one of our players.
Marie's niece.
Yes. The simpler way to explain Marie's niece. No, Marie's nephew is one of my players.
Okay.
Little Jeremiah. He's good too. He can shoot. He's really good. He's just got to get closer to the basket. That's all. But he can shoot. He can dribble. You know. Tell her I said hi. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
He said hi.
Hi.
Yeah, stop distracting.
Yeah.
Come on. Yeah. This is my free time.
Tell her I'm more gonna hold you for 30 minutes, man. You gotta get back to the baby.
30 minutes. Come on. Jeez.
I'm gonna hold you for 30. That's all you get. You got 30.
Start the night shift.
Yeah. She gotta sleep. How's she feeling? Everything good? That's good.
That's good, man.
That's good.
Man, that shit's real, man. Females going through that shit.
Yeah, bro.
Whole lot of respect.
How do you feel about seeing the natural birth?
That shit's crazy.
You know what, dude? I've only seen a natural birth on video, and I fucking puked.
That shit was crazy. It was a beautiful moment, man. It was because her mom was there. It was just wild, and it's just like, bruh, goddamn, that shit. It's a lot of blood, my guy. Like what the fuck?
Yeah, and that's not even the full amount that a human body can take, huh?
It's just wild.
Yeah.
Like my son. That's just wild, man. There's no other way to put it.
Here, like we're fucking in the face.
Champ!
Here comes a new challenger!
Champ!
Let's go,
Champ! Guys, how you doing? My fault, I got some family over. My bad. How y'all doing today?
Let's go, Champ!
Let's go, Champ! Let's go! We are
48 hours
here.
today.
The champ, my son has returned. Boy,
The one, the
hey,
only,
look,
baby.
look, before we even get into the shit, okay, I couldn't come to the fights yesterday. I had to do basketball. I'm coaching one of my nephew's teams, and my other nephew was playing. But I was watching. I was in the bleachers watching your fight. So I don't know who you were fighting. You were fighting some dude. I'm in the bleachers, and I'm in the back like, "Man, you better knock this dude out." They're like, "What?" I'm like, "Oh, it's my fault." Oh, so let's talk about that first. Let's talk about your boy death sentence. Okay. Uh, how the fuck did that even come to be to even fight that dude?
I mean, so I was just on Facebook, like on like the fighter chat, because I ain't gonna lie, I don't ever really go in there. But I was in the fighter chat and I seen him talking about death sentence. I was like, all right. But then I seen other people like, oh, I'll fight him. And then I ended up messaging Steve. I was like, does death sentence have a fight yet? He's like, no, but hey, actually that would be a good match. And I was like, all right. So that's really how it came to be. I was just really wondering if he had a fight. Steve said he did, and I mean he didn't. So I was like, all right, I'll go for it. But then after that, Steve was like, "There's another dude that wants to take it. So can you give it to him?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll give it to
Yeah.
him." So I give it back, and then the other dude was like, "Well, I ain't gonna be able to make it." So then he gave it back to me, and I
Mm-hmm.
was like, "All right, I'll take it, I guess." So, you
Yeah.
know what I mean?
And then
Yeah.
he flakes.
Did he
No,
flake?
I fight anybody. You know what I mean? I fight
No,
anybody.
not you. The other dude. The other dude
Yeah,
flakes.
he
Death
didn't
said he
show up.
flakes.
Yeah, he didn't show up. See, what it's weird because I thought he was gonna show up because he's talking all this big shit about, oh yeah, I'm gonna beat you. You know what I'm saying? And then I see when I go in, because I'm not much of a talker. I'm more of a looker. I want to see what everybody's saying. I like to see. I
Yeah.
don't really like to talk much. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm over here looking at the comments about, because they said who you got, da, 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 and I see that 90% of them said him, and then 10% said me. But I was like, you guys already know. Realistically, bro, like
What?
like
What?
realistically, because there was like 9,000 people, and most of the people that were voting him.
It's my guy Naughty Nate right there. Always a viewer.
Hey,
Man, love you, bro. Yeah. Hold on. I gotta put my overlay back on there real quick.
Appreciate you, Nathan, bro. I appreciate you, dog.
What was I gonna say? Yeah. We were, bro. I've watched the dude that dude's fights, and I'm like, bro. And I kept telling my guys, I said, you know what? I said, I remember when I had Lightout on my show the first time, and I told him I wasn't a believer, and he made me a believer. And I said, if he goes out and he loses to this dude, I gotta disown my son, man. You know what I'm saying? Because there was no way you were gonna lose to that cat, bro. I didn't. I'm like, bro, and you guys were doing MMA, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, there was no way in hell that you were gonna lose to that dude, bro. Because I watched his fights and I'm like, and my thing is I didn't want you to go out there and get caught with no type of bullshit. And I was like, bro, and I've seen it was that fight that you had, that boxing match with the lighter with the MMA gloves on the what are those, 3 ounces, 4 ounces?
yeah,
Yeah, that fight that you had, bro, that you were, bro, that is the fight that made me like, okay, this kid is for real. And when I seen that fight, bro, I was like, okay, oh, what's up, my guy? What's going on, baby?
bro.
When I seen that fight, that's the fight I was like, oh, Lights Out is for real. He is not playing, bro. You know what I'm saying? So well, I'm kind of disappointed that dude didn't show because he was talking big shit, bro. He was talking about, oh, I'm gonna see crazy legs. I'm gonna call him a bitch. I'm like, bro, you stirred up the pot. Like now you're trying to get clicks and likes because these dudes are gonna have your dome piece, bro. You know what I'm saying? So who was it that you fought though? Who did you fight yesterday?
I fought Najee, but when I went in there, because before I went in there against Najee, I was talking to my fiance, and my fiance was like, "So what were you gonna do against death sentence? Whatever you were gonna do against him, do it against Najee." And I was like, "Yeah, probably right. Even though it's boxing, you're right."
Yeah.
But like realistically, when I was going against death sentence, I was telling my fiance the whole time. I was like, you know what I'm gonna do to this man? I'm gonna really hurt him, bro. Because I wanted to go to the body. Like, I wanted to hurt you at the body and make you really, really regret coming all the way from where you're at. And then Steve was like, oh, yeah, we might be going to Virginia. And I was like, you know what? You didn't want to show up. I'll show up to you and I'll beat your ass. Guess what? I'm not even flying. I'm driving. So I'll take the long trip. I was driving 42 hours to come whoop your ass.
He said, by all means necessary, I need to have your melon. I feel you, bro. I feel you. That dude was talking a lot of shit, bro.
And then after that, I'm taking somebody else.
Yeah. Yeah, that dude was talking a lot of shit, man. Like, I was like, oh, this guy here, he's about to get his head cracked, bro, when he comes out here. But, you know, maybe it's a good thing he didn't come. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, maybe it's not a good thing. But the dude that you boxed, though, what was going on? Because, like I said, I was in the bleachers watching the fight. It was a little fuzzy. My connection was a little fuzzy. What was going on in that fight? Because he was like, hit me, or I don't know. It felt like there was a little, it wasn't tension. There was a lot of emotion.
In the beginning, he rushed me, and I was expecting that because like that's how I fight. You know what I'm saying? So like to fight somebody who was kind of like me, and I knew he was kind of like me when I first was really starting. I was like, I know this dude's going to try to swing a lot. He's going to try to swing and swing and swing and swing.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it, and that's why I kind of backed up, got against the fence, and I just kind of let him take whatever the fuck he had out and empty that gas tank. And then I was like, all right, well, and then we're like standing across from each other, and I see that he's already breathing hard, right? Like I can see his mouthpiece is about to drop out of his mouth, and then that's
Yeah.
onto me. And then I'm looking at him, and I'm like, and I said in my head, like, bro, if you can't even barely put your mouthpiece in your mouth, you think you're really finna stand with me right now? And I'm looking, bro, you really think that right now, bro?
Yeah,
Right,
because he came out strong in like the first minute, and your defense was good. He started slowing down. So So he just couldn't continue in the second because he went through the whole first round. So he just didn't want to continue the next round.
This is what happened, right? So while we were fighting, like, bro, he was like showboating and shit. I hit him with a jab in his face. He's like, okay, hold on, wait a minute. And then he kind of like guarded up, and then he did it again. I said, bro, I already hit you once. Okay, bow, hit him again. And then he kind of backed up and went towards the fence. And I was like, okay, I got him. Came toward him. And then when I started hitting him in the body, I could just hear him just, and I was like, yeah, I'm hurting you right here. And I just kept on hitting him. And then at that time, I was like, okay, I think right now he might, at this point, give up, or he's going to give up in the second round. It's not going to the third. I can promise everybody that right now.
Okay.
Going into the third. So I'm over here. I'm getting ready to go to the second because I just injured him in his body. I can hear him almost, quitting while I'm hitting him in the body on the cage.
Like,
okay, we're going to go into the second round, but this second round I'm going to give it to him. But by the time we went to the second round, he's like, yeah, I'm done. So I was like, oh, I guess I ended it in the first.
Yeah. Cause I know the round was over, and then he didn't come back. It was like I said, it was choppy on my phone. So I mean, because he went hard, and then you started working him, and I was like, this might not last. You know what I'm saying? The way he was working them last 30 seconds. So that was good. So you guys are still going to the UK, right?
I'm not really sure. I don't think so.
So what's going on? We'll say that for later. I'll say that for interview with Steve on that one.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't want you to get out too many details. You know what I'm saying? So I'll get with Steve on that, man. Hammer, thoughts, man. What are your thoughts?
I think that shit's fucking cool. I think I like the mindset you have, bro. You're like, yeah, and you're thinking while you're fighting too, because like sometimes when you fight, like it's like you have so much experience now. Like, how many fights do you have, bro?
Right now I'm 43-7, so now I got 50.
Yeah, bro. Like that's a stupid amount of fights.
Yeah.
I might
actually
be myself a little bit.
so
I might have to go
cool.
back in the history. I might be like 45-7, 46.
That is so cool. Like that's like, back in the old school boxing days when they used to have like crazy records. Like, didn't Sugar Ray Robinson have like 100-something fights?
Yeah.
Some wild shit.
And you're really good at not taking a lot of damage, bro, which is very, very good, bro.
I was watching
very
your
good
fight
for you.
against the chef, right? Like you remember the chef, right, Romy?
Yeah.
I was watching, and I was like, you're a fighter, man. Like there's people that are like very technical or boxer. You bring the fight to people.
Yeah, you
Like
make it your
you have
fight.
a good level of aggression. You bring to fight to people.
And saying that,
And
like, the reason why I like kind of fought the way that I did, this fight, is because I ain't gonna lie, Arm and Hammer, I've been watching a lot of your fights. In the boxing matches you had, you know what I'm saying, with, what's his name, Gordon Hands, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, I was watching that boxing match, and I just seen how technical you were and how you were going to the body. You know what I'm saying, and how effective that was against a lot of the times when you use your boxing in it, even in MMA. You know what I'm saying, you were using your hands, and the way that you were using it, hitting them in the body. I was like, I might have to start doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like I need
yeah,
to start hitting to the body more than the head. You know what I'm saying? Like I hit in the head a lot, but I need to start going to that body because that body shot's gonna make the dome rock. And like I
Yeah.
said, body drop.
it's just but knowing that like as you're fighting, like what's the biggest? Okay, so your level. How do you feel like going in like your first like 5 fights and now fighting? What's your mentality stepping into the ring now? Like, how
Uh,
do you feel? Like, is there a big difference in your mindset now, or you just like, can you see in like the Matrix in slow motion now? Is that how it is?
when I first
You have
started,
so many fights. It's crazy, and you fight like you have crazy fights too, where you fight like dudes 2 weight classes above you, and
I
like
mean, yeah, you fought some fucking people, bro. And everybody that you have fought has said the same thing, and I'll say over and over. They say, bro, that dude lights out is fucking difficult to fight because he has crazy ass angles, and
and
he just
cardio. You
and
got
your
cardio for
cardio is
days.
crazy, bro. And I've literally watched you smoke a cigarette, go in, win a fight, come back out, smoke and spark another one. Like what? Like goddamn, I wish my lungs were like that.
Yeah. So going back to that, like, how do you feel experience wise? Like, how do you feel? What's your mentality now?
I mean, when I first went in there, I did MMA. You know what I'm saying? So doing that, when I first went in there, I ain't gonna lie, bro. It looks a lot easier than it is. For anybody who's watching, it looks a lot easier than it is. I remember before I went in there, I was like, oh yeah, this fight, I'm gonna take it easily, easy one, easiest money I've ever had. Sort of God. Anybody my size getting bodied, I can promise you that. Swear. And then going in there, bro, and I went against this. He was like a state champion wrestler or something. And I was like, I know for a fact after I
You
figured
hold
that,
on, didn't you know that dude Hammer?
You
I was
talking
like,
about
His first,
Karate Kid or something like that?
no, the
yeah,
goon. It was goon. It was goon.
Yeah, he fought Goon. I know the Karate Kid too, though.
okay,
No,
okay,
I went in there and I just had that kind of mentality, and then I lost twice that day. And then I went home and I was like, I started thinking on it. I was like, you know what? I don't think MMA is for me, dog. I just don't. I don't think it's for me right now.
yeah,
I gotta get my hands better first, and then focus on other shit before I could do that. So I ended up going into boxing. My first boxing match, I believe it was against Damu Ascari, was my first boxing match, and if that wasn't my first boxing match, then it was against what is his name? The one that fought Monkey. You guys know what I'm talking about?
yeah. I know who Monkey
The one,
is. I don't know. I don't.
the one with the long hair, the dude with the long hair that fought him.
No, don't know.
Uh,
Don't remember.
but Christian, I fought Christian, ended up fighting him, and yeah. After that, it was just I had to prepare myself mentally to. I knew that. Well, the first time I went there, I didn't think I was gonna go as far as I did. I didn't think I was gonna have as many fights as I did. I thought I was gonna go in once, twice, maybe 3 times. That's max. When I lost the first time, and then when I came back and then I won, I was like, okay, hold on. This is a different feeling winning. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Feeling is a different feeling.
Oh yeah.
And then I
It's
went on.
the most intense high, isn't it? Isn't it the most like when you fucking win or when you fight? It's the most intense high.
And then I
Yeah.
went.
It's like you're like the different frequency, like a god level. When you're like in the flow, it's
Exactly.
so fucking. It's like so. It's so good. You can't live like that forever, but like to have that, to feel that.
And like you said, you can't live like that forever. And this is
You
the point
can't.
I'm getting to. I ended up getting that far. I went on a long stretch where I was just winning. And then
Yeah.
I ended up going to 4-2. I ended up 5-2, and I ended up fighting Turtle at some point. And
Yeah.
then that's when I took my first hard lost, and I was like, you know what? I put myself down first. I was like, I'm not a good fighter. I'm just not. But then I was like, you know what? Fuck that. When you lose, bro, you just learn something else. What the fuck do we not do next time? That's exactly what I was thinking in my head. What do we not
Yes, fighter mentality, man.
lost?
And you know when you fought Turtle, that there was a at that point it was a big difference in skill. So you know
Isn't
that
Turtle like bigger than you? Like, are you guys the same weight class?
But back then he wasn't. Back then we were both
Van
145.
look what's going on.
You know what I'm saying? So when I fought him, it was kind of like he said, it was a lot. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot more of a different challenge to me because I've never fought somebody that good. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
who's been there that long and who's actually been there from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? I've never fought anybody like that, so I was kind of timid when I first went in there. I was
yeah.
scared. But now when I go in there, he said, "I feel now. Now it's just another day in the office, and ain't nobody beating me." And that's what it is. I'm the one, the two, and the three. And I like I told that motherfucker death sentence with his scary ass. I told him I'm the truth and the answer, and don't you forget it because in your head, I'm gonna tell you the truth. And when I sock you in your chin, you're gonna know what the answer is. When I sock you in your shit, I'm the truth, the answer, I'm the dub, and never take the L. That's what I am.
So,
That's what
like,
I
so
have.
what would you be? So, like, when did that shift happen? Like, how many fights did you have before you had that shift in mentality? Like, is it just you put in so much work and you've had so much experience in the cage
So
to
when
where that happens, you build that
my first time
mentality?
I talked right, I had it at 145 and I lost it. Once I lost it, I was like, I had myself fucked up. I didn't do good enough. I lost my title. Fuck would I do that? Right? I said I got mad at myself. Like, why did I do that? Why did I lose? Why did I lose? Why did I kept on beating myself up about it? I kept on, and then when I lost the second time to try to get it back, and I lost against Q-Tip, I was like, all right, hold on, bro. I started really getting irritated because I was like, now, I mean, I'm fighting all these people, but then all the dudes that are really good, I'm not really getting nowhere with, bro. Like, I'm really getting irritated. I'm really getting agitated. So,
That's the experience about learning though, Brody. Really hold on real quick. Yeah, Van Lee, Hitmon Lee's busy today, but he will be on next Sunday's show. Uh, this
okay.
is the beauty about people with the higher skill level, okay? Because you know, for one, you ain't scared to fight them, okay? Because you can't teach confidence, bro. That's the key. They already respect you because you ain't scared, okay? And they respect you because they know you're gonna get better if you keep with it, bro. You're
Yeah,
supposed to fight. I mean, that's how you get better. You don't get better at beating the people that's weaker than you. It's not gonna happen. You
exactly.
gotta know what you're lacking in. You got to know what you're doing. It's like uh if I've been sparring, right? Let's say I'm sparring, I'm doing this thing, and then I get into actual fight, and I'm in this fight, I keep throwing my right hand.
Right.
That's something I got to change because all I'm doing is throwing the right hand. You learn that from fighting better people because they know, oh, this motherfucker's gonna
And
throw right. I'm gonna slip that. I'm gonna pop him. So yeah, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, and just from those
I think
losses
that,
too.
that the switch really came when I lost the second time at the 145. Once I moved down and I gained the 135, that's where it all changed. I was like, okay, I'm at 135. I won the title. I think I went against All Bad then. I was like, I won the title. It's mine again. And this time, it's not going anywhere for a long fucking time. And that's when it changed. Everything changed as soon as I got the 135 title. I was like, I'm not going
Oh,
to.
when he
I'm like,
felt that around his waist, he got hungrier. He just
exactly.
it started filling your feet. Started filling them up. It's like, yeah, I can dig it, boss. I can dig it, man. That's good, bro. It's good that those stepping stones were in front of you to get you to where you are. Because like I said, bro, no everybody that you have fought has never said anything bad about you, bro. Even the guys from Friday Night Phase was like, the dude is awkward. You know what I'm saying? You bring something to them that they haven't seen before, and they
You're
love it.
gaining experience. Like, I mean, how
Yeah.
old are you? How old are you now, bro?
How old am I now?
Yeah, how old are you? Like 26?
I'm 26, yeah.
Yeah, man, you're still gaining the experience. And well,
I was
do you want to go
24.
pro one of these? Do you want to go pro? Do you want to?
I
I'll
mean,
tell you
like
that time plastic. I'm 29 now.
this is my thing. Like I want to, but my main thing is I want money, and wherever the money is wherever the money is. Like I really want a career. You know what I'm saying? And if boxing's not my career, if I know how to fight, I know how to fight. What's up? Do you want to test me in the streets? I ain't got. I'm not pro, but I'll whoop your ass. If I
Yeah.
hit the register, I'll whoop your ass. What do you want to do?
It's a
'Cause
skill set you'll never, and that's the
like
thing.
if as long as I know that I can handle myself and shit. Like if I don't go pro, I'm totally fine with that because I have other plans that I want to do. I want to go to the police academy. I want to be a police officer, and then I want to be a homicide detective. You know what I'm saying? But before that, I want to work at this little security thing for my apartments, drive around the apartments and shit, make sure everything's okay. Then eventually, I'll work my way up and work for the border of Mexico. And then I'll be in Texas for a little bit, and I'll work there for like 6, 7 years, and then I'll move and be a homicide detective. I have other plans. If
Okay. Okay. No, I like it, bro, because I love it, man, because there's so many people that is your age, bro, that don't have a fucking plan, dog. It is sad, bro, that they don't have a plan, bro.
I
You
just
know what
want
I'm saying? And I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna put something out here. Okay, I'm not gonna say no names, but I have a friend. Me and my friend grew up together. You know what I'm saying? We're really, 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 really good friends. Okay, and he was telling me about somebody else that we both know, and he was like, "Yeah, man, I gotta go help out the homie because the homie got evicted." And I'm like, "Okay, wait a minute, bro. You're in your 40s, dog.
right.
Okay, you're in your 40s, and you don't have a plan, bro. That shit sucks, dog. That shit fucking sucks." And you know, because I figure, and like I tell the hammer here, you should always have a 5 year plan. Okay,
Exactly.
have a 5 year plan. If you get the if your plan is set, if you accomplish your goal in less than 5 years, then you start working on the next 5 year plan. Okay, you keep that shit rolling. You know what I'm saying? Like I turned 40 and was like, I got this plan to be some. I got this plan for. I got a 10 year plan, bro, and I gotta execute this plan. And because I'm 41 now, I got 9 years to execute this plan. And it's good that you have it in stone and you sound so genuine about it, and you just bro do it. You know what I'm saying? Do it because a lot of people are out here. You like in the next 10 years, you're gonna see a lot of people you know. Maybe you might see some fighters you know, and they're gonna be bums.
Yeah, it's just like if you start these things, these small things now, that gap just keeps getting bigger. Like I know people in high school that I used to train with, and like they're fucking, it's all
Yes,
bad. Like, what have you been
all
doing
bad.
with your time, brother?
Because I was talking to these dudes at the scrapyard, like you guys were saying, you know, and there were some dudes that were like, "Hey man, you're lights out, bro. You're so popular where I'm from. Da, da, da. Hey, can I get a picture? Can I get this?" And as it was speaking, I let them know, like, listen, bro, I want you. I'm a normal guy. I'm just like you, bro. I have.
I'm a normal guy, man.
I'm just like you, bro. I ain't no.
If
I
you
ain't,
are no, I mean, we're so used to it because we know you, we've seen you around the scrapyard. But you really think about it, like, dude, you have 50 fucking fights in some like, I don't want to say weird, but like the scrapyard is like such a unique place.
Yes.
yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
unique, and it's like on YouTube, and it's just a weird. That's like legendary. You think about it, you're gonna be old, and people are gonna be like, "Damn, you remember the fighters back then? One dude had 50 fights, like fucking
Yeah.
light out. He's like on the wall, and
On the wall. Remember
the
lights out?
scrapyard's probably gonna be there for like who knows how long. Who
Yeah.
knows how long they're gonna keep fighting and have that organization. Steve, he's probably gonna do it
Probably
for the rest of his life, but your name's gonna be on that
it's
wall
Washington
forever.
State, bro. There's nothing but people fighting up here, man.
So we don't know what foundations
And,
you're
and you know
setting.
what's crazy? I've had so many people ask me like, "So when are you gonna leave the yard?" I'm like, do your own thing. I've really been thinking about it too, because I've been looking, been sitting down about it hard, because I'm like, I've done a lot. I've done a lot, and like the only person that I see surpassing me because he's gonna do it forever is Papa's. But like, I don't really care. Like, I've done so much, you know what I'm saying, in the
Yeah.
yard,
You're
and like,
you're 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 set in stone, baby. Okay, so we got a question from our guy Van Lee. Okay, and I believe each one of us should answer this question. Okay, he says, "What is the best fight that you ever had?" Who wants to go first?
I'll let Arm and Hammer go first.
Okay, best fight you ever had.
Holy, fuck. I would say I would say the Golden Hands fight. I was gonna say True Grit. It's a tie between True Grit and Golden Hands for
Okay,
different reasons. But let's
okay,
say for True Grit, it was like that was my first real MMA fight versus somebody that could fight. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah,
Like True Grit was like in the beginning, people don't remember, but he was actually like the most dangerous MMA fighter. In the beginning, this was like in the first couple, like 2 events, right? He was the
yeah,
only real MMA
yeah, yeah.
threat.
Like dangerous,
Dangerous.
dangerous.
He has nasty hands.
Yeah,
He's still a dangerous fighter.
yeah,
So going against that, because I've never tested myself like that in a battle. I've trained at some good places, sparred some good guys, but you know it's different when you actually are trying to kill each other.
yeah,
So that went in like just proving that my training worked and the growth in the mentality. You know, it's like the big going from like a theory of a fighter to becoming a man as a fighter. That was it. And then fighting Golden Hands too. That was good because I feel like I progressed. Even like I got better throughout my fighting, but then Golden Hands was like he's actually really fucking good. Like I was watching the fights and breaking it down. That motherfucker. Hello. That's my mother-in-law. But
yeah.
watching that was just like, and then like having like I got hurt that fight, and then I realized like I got hurt, and then I made an adjustment without my flow state. I made an adjustment to survive.
Okay,
You felt it, right? Like
yeah,
you don't if you watch your fights and break it down, like your body's automatically making those adjustments.
yeah,
But like, cause like how Golden Hands got me, cause it was pretty even. But then I made one mistake, and sometimes that's all it takes. Is like I was trying to clinch up with him, and I was circling, and my head was up in the air, and he hit me with a left hook, and that hurt me bad.
mm,
And then from there, he was able to
yeah,
capitalize. But I made some adjustments, and I didn't make that mistake anymore in
yeah.
that fight. But that was like your training and how you fight, and your training is like the same. Like you have to train how you would fight, so it could come out like when it matters. So that was another good fight for me. I kind
Okay,
of want to. Oh man,
okay,
seeing you with 50 fights, dude, that's so cool.
okay. All right.
Dude, I don't know,
You
man.
up? Lights out. What's the best fight you ever had?
Hey, listen, I don't even remember it. Like, but that person I did. Oh damn, it's crazy. But the ones I can remember, uh, I think the best one I had was All Bad. The second one, more because there was a lot more on the line, and it was me trying to prove myself of where I was at. And so if I could think about it, yeah, because like yeah, I went against Turtle and shit, but like as in real talk, like I didn't really I knew, and I'm gonna be honest. At that point, I knew back then that I wasn't going to be good at 145 as good as I'm going to be at 135. So I was
Uh,
35 when I got to All Bad. I was just like, yeah, this is it, and it was my other first time to really prove after I've lost to all these other dudes who are really good to prove that if I went against somebody else good and at the weight class I wanted to be at, that I could just prove to everybody that I could still fight good fight, like, and you know what I mean. And I proved that when I stepped in there against the dude named Clay from Friday Night Fade. He was a pro, and I stepped in there, and I did what I had to do. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
I feel like those two are my major ones too, because he was a pro, and I don't think a lot of people understand, but a lot of people won't do that. And a lot of people at the scrapyard won't do that. Oh, he's
Yeah,
a pro, might not do, but like I didn't. I just wanted to go because I'm a fighter, bro. And growing up, I'm seeing my family struggle. Seeing my mom struggle, and then knowing that now, after my sister had my niece, knowing that now that I have a niece, what I'm saying, I don't want my niece to go through the same shit that we went through. I
Yeah.
want it better for her. You know what I'm saying? So I already know that's one of the real reasons why I fight too. So, but out of my most favorite fights, those are probably the best two that I have. Mostly because the other one was pro, but because I proved myself that I really got them hands. You know what I mean? I can sling them things.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Superpower.
Okay. I like that, man. I like that.
Yeah, 'cause I know you.
What? Look, bro, I think my best fight, bro, I think it was I was probably like 15 or 16, bro. And I fought the dude that was like 6'2", right? And I was hella scared. But when I kicked this motherfucker, I seen in his eyes that he was scared and he didn't know how to fight, bro. Then that's when I started realizing like a lot of people don't know how to throw hands, bro. A
Mhm.
lot of people get hit, they just want to hit back and there's no thought to it or nothing like that, bro. But I kicked this dude as hard as I could, bro, and the look on his face was like, "What?" Because I was really small. I weighed about 140 pounds. I was really small until my last time out of the pen, bro. I was very small, but I was fast as fuck though. I was really light on my feet, and I kicked this dude, bro, and the look on his face was like, "What the fuck?" And it was just like, "Oh, I'm about to beat his ass," because it's like when you break somebody's confidence, when a motherfucker's all pumped up and you hit them and their confidence is broke, because when people are scared or fearful or people are like their egos really out there, sometimes you get that burst of strength that you never thought you had. But when you break their confidence and they look at you and they're like, they're very hesitant to do shit. Oh, the fight's over. I'm about to get in your ass. Pause. I'm gonna dig in you. You know what I'm saying? Because, bro, it's just like, especially when I went to jail, bro, I started seeing that a lot of motherfuckers just, there's a lot of people that's naturally gifted that just know how to swing and knock you out. But then there's people who really know how to fight, bro, and they'll really beat the shit out of you. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're really, most fights, I've been in a lot of fights, bro. Most fights will last 30 seconds on the street, and that's a long time, bro. 30 seconds is a long time. You know what I'm saying? And that's coming from somebody stealing on you, and you drop, and then you're on the ground pounding your face in for 30 seconds. That's a long time to take some punishment. And a lot of people can't last 30 seconds, bro, without being tired. And you see it in the yard. People go in there and spar in the yard. They're tired, bro. And those are 2-minute rounds, bro. They're tired in 30 seconds to a minute. Your cardio is fucked off.
It's also like, I think what I'm realizing is too is like, you could have the best cardio, but if you just go like when I've knocked out Boombox, right? Just one haymaker, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool, whatever. But then I tried to do that in a Muay Thai fight, amateur Muay Thai fight, try to knock him. I was like, I'm gonna rely on that, and the guy didn't go down, and you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's like you could waste your entire energy, like an energy bar. You could use all of that up in like 20. You could be good, have the training, have the cardio, and
Yeah.
all that. But if you fight dumb and just don't take them out, use all your energy.
Yeah. You're done. You're depleted, man.
Like that thing you said that you break the confidence. Like I understand what my last fight. That's what I seen. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah. Yeah.
that. Like after like he stole off of me, he was doing that little taunting thing. Like I told you, after I punched him once or twice, he was kind of like, all right. And then once I heard him kind of like squealing against the gate, cause I punched him in his body because
Yeah.
enough body shots, bro, they start hurting, bro. Especially
The mind, like, people don't understand how important your brain works, man. Your body can be willing to do whatever the fuck, but your mind will check out. You know what I'm saying? Or it's vice versa. Or the mind is like, yeah, we can do this, but the body's like, nah, buddy, I'm cool. We'll check, it'll check out. Van said the toughest opponent you ever faced. Oh, geez, I tell this story to Hammer all the time. I fought this white dude. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
I fought this big ass jacked up white dude when I my second bid in the penitentiary.
You talking about Horseshoe Hogan?
Yeah, this fucking dude. This dude. Okay, so excuse my language here. This fucking dude made a racist joke to me, dog. Okay, so I went in the yard and there's a lot of politics. So the guys like, man, you got this. I'm like, I got this. I'm like, you sure? I don't need no help. I got this because you don't want to owe favors to people. Okay, so I hit this motherfucker with a horseshoe. Now this is a big cornbread fed bench of 350 motherfucker. Okay. This fucking dude picks me up, bro. It dumps me on my fucking head, on my shoulder. Then gives me the goalie kick to the face, bro. Cuts my whole mouth open, dog. So we're fighting, and I'm losing, though. I'm losing bad, too, bro. He's just, I'm like, all right. So I gotta go to the doctor to get my mouth stitched up. And they're asking, what happened to you? I said, basketball. They're like, nah, buddy. Nah, because my gums is all fucked. They're like, nah, buddy. I see I got an elbow. And they said, nah, bro, I'm all fucking, I'm tatted. I'm fucking shined up, eyes closing and shit, mouth is stitched up. I go back to the yard and I go back to the yard the next day and then see a group of these fucking skinheads coming up to me, bro. And I'm like, here we go again, right? And then we had a conversation. It was the blacks and it was the skinheads in a conversation. And he was like, nobody, well, yeah, I don't want to use the word, but he was like, nobody's ever going to fuck with this dude right here because he's a real one. And I'm like, what do you mean, bro? He was like, because he was already on some crazy restrictions or some shit. So if I would have told on him, it's not good to tell. We don't like tattletales. If I would have told what happened or whatever, he would have been fucked off. But you know what I'm saying? Shit happened. You handle your fucking business. But I think by far the toughest fight I ever had. But I got my ass whooped, bro. But I've never been knocked out, though. Well, I've been knocked out one time by, like, some fucking 10th degree black belt, but that was some bullshit. I hope I fight that dude again. I would love, yeah, that's a grudge I have against that cat. So, yeah, but that's another story in its own, okay? But, yeah, that was probably my toughest fight, bro. You know what I'm saying? I heal pretty well. I still look beautiful. I'm handsome. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. What about, okay, Hammer, toughest fight. Talk to me.
It was, I want to say, I think the first thing that comes on, I'll just say with it. There was this fucking white dude. It's always white people, right? There's this white dude at AMC, this gym I used to go to, that I used to spar. And that
Okay.
Dude, that was the toughest dude. And I sparred him multiple times. But you know how there's some people you spar and then that spar is almost like basically a fight?
Yeah.
It was
Now,
just like that.
Let me ask a question. Was this before or after you started really giving them hands?
It was after the hand. So, okay, so when I first started training, I was always a boxer. And then I started learning kickboxing, and I would only use kicks. And then June told me to start using my hands again because that's where I started off. So I started using my hands, and I was actually kind of with the new training, like once I leveled up in my training and I used that base of boxing, I got pretty good at boxing.
Yeah.
Like when I was training and hitting pads like every other day and like for like a year straight, like I got pretty good at that shit. So I would go with, and this guy was like maybe 2 weight classes above me. Mm-hmm. And he didn't give a fuck. He was one of those dudes that like just trains.
Yeah.
Likes to spar, but really fight to get it out of his system. You ever meet those guys?
Yeah. Yeah.
There's this dude that's like, he doesn't even fight anymore. He used to fight. He had one fight, but he likes to go and beat up on people at the gym.
Yeah. Every gym's got one.
I feel like, yeah.
Every gym got one. Yeah.
And I was a youngster that just didn't back down, and we got into it multiple times. And yeah. I mean, did he start it? I feel like I feel like we both wanted to smoke. So that's what I'm gonna go from there.
But
But yeah, yeah,
when I and, when he talks about this, and it's like this is how I feel. I feel like they didn't have a problem with Hammer until he was kind of like, fuck that shit. I'm gonna start whooping you guys because I'm not gonna be the punching bag no more. When you started really throwing back at him, this he's hitting too hard, or he's doing this. But it was okay when they were doing it to you though. You know, that's how I feel. I feel like it was okay they were doing it to you, but then when you started giving back the same their own treatment, there was an issue.
it's like because it's AMC. Like that gym was such a unique place. I feel like every gym was like, but it was like kind of like it was like a school, like
Yeah.
a college of fighting.
Oh yeah.
And I started off as a freshman,
Yeah.
right? And then you would, in order to spar there, you had to have trained there for like 4 months before you get permission from the head coach.
Yeah. Makes sense, of
Spar,
course. Yeah.
right? Because it's like one of the oldest MMA gyms in the world. It was before they moved, and they had UFC champions there. Like it was pretty cool the way they had it set up. So like I started off sparring, and I was like, yeah, I was just new, and they're better than me, and I was pulling my shots too. It was like kind of like I was just going through the motions, and then when I started actually throwing with intent, I wasn't trying to hurt anybody, but I was throwing to get better at fighting.
Yeah. To let them know, like, I'm here. I've been working. I've been working. I'm here.
Like I'm proud. When I started really taking what my teachers taught me, and applying it, like I leveled. Like there was some really good fighters there that I would start getting hands. I would outstrike them, and then they would have to grapple me.
Yeah.
That was the thing. Like if you were going with me, like they would have to wrestle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because if you wanted to box with me in MMA gloves back in the day, when I was like training, like pretty seriously, that was like they would have to take me down. So it was a good time. Yeah, and those bigger guys didn't like it.
Yeah,
the seniors at school didn't like it, and
they didn't like it.
We
they like they like when he went to sophomore, and he was like,
sophomore again with him. Yeah,
not today, boo boo.
Almost knocked. Like we weren't. It was like the Matrix, where like I was throwing like 1, 2, 3, 4, boom, boom, and he would roll, slip. He would throw his own shit like as hard as he could, and I would slip it, and then it was just like the exchanges that we had were. It's not the smartest way, but like it definitely prepares you for fighting.
Of course,
as long as you don't get fucked up in training. But eventually you eat some shots, and that's probably not the best way to train long term.
Okay, man. Look, check this out. My time's almost up. Okay, lights out. You know I love you. You know you're like my young son. Okay. Before we go, I want to know what's the plan for next month. Are you fighting? You taking time off? What's the plan? What we got going on?
Next month, I'm fighting. This next week I'm going to Hammerhead MMA. I'm going to train in there with Joe.
Okay.
I win the kickboxing title that I get to take home. I just want to go undefeated this year. That's what it is. I just want to go undefeated. I don't want to lose. Like anything I do, I don't want to lose. Whether it's kickboxing, boxing, MMA, like I don't want to lose at all. And for my toughest opponent would probably be Tajay, that motherfucker. Friday night.
Yeah.
And Goon, bro. Goon, my first fight, bro. I do everything, bro, but I feel like I couldn't do shit because he felt like he was like 200 pounds, bro. And I couldn't get his ass off me, bro, because he was a wrestler.
Yeah.
Felt heavy shit.
I will say this. I will say, you and a handful of fighters that I've watched from the beginning till now, you guys have come so far. You know what I'm saying? Because there's certain fighters that just don't get better, but then there's a handful that I really like that has gotten better from the time they started till now. the elevation is so crazy and it's so great. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing to be able to watch you guys grow and constantly get better. And the attitude, it's like watching it's like watching a child grow up, bro. They start here and then they just get better and better. They start growing, they get taller, they get stronger, they start moving different, talking different. The baby face goes away. Now they're their own man, and I'm glad to be able to be a part of watching you do that, bro.
Yeah,
It
you
means a
just
lot
never
to me.
stop, dude. You
Yeah.
just kept, I remember when you first started coming to here, you talked to me and you're like, and then now you have 50 fights again, like, right?
Yeah, more than
God damn, you never stop. That
No.
goes to show, like, if you're smart enough, because there's people that have hella fights that just take hella damage and fucking.
you know what I mean.
Yeah, that's not you. You're actually getting better, and you're able to. You could fight more because you're not getting fucked up. Some guys go in there and, like, I don't know. I haven't seen Death Sentence fights, but people go in there and just get fucked up. You can't have 50 fights in a row in the yard and get fucked up.
People,
No.
You're not going to be able to survive.
like
You're gonna.
I'll go to work, and they're like, "You fought?" I'm like, "Yeah." Like, what was it? And I'm like, "MMA." They're like, "Huh? MMA? And you look like that?" Like, yeah.
Yeah. Why not? My things look different.
And
You don't really get hit, dude.
I don't, but
I think it's your angles. You got a long reach, and you just keep fighting. That
And you know how to get out of danger. Like he knows how to get out of danger quick.
Like I feel like you nonstop attacking a lot of the times, and they don't have a chance. And then when they try to exchange with you, you're out of there.
Yeah.
You fucking crowd them on the cage. You did that to the chef. If you remember that fight, you did that to him. Because, like, the chef, he fights really well in space, you know?
Mm-hmm.
He fights, like, if you were to play tag, if you were trying to tag fight him, like, he would pull off some slick shit.
Yeah.
Because he's good. But if it's, like, on the back foot, if you keep constant pressure and just nonstop combos, you push him, you fucking put your head into the forehead into the chin, and then you fucking hit the body like crazy. Like, not many people can't fight like that for long.
Nah, it's difficult.
You know?
All right, lights out. We gotta get out of here, man. Thanks for being on the show. I'm hopefully if I don't have anything to do on I think it's on the 22nd. I'll be out there to come see you, buddy.
All right, bro. Thank you guys for having me. I appreciate you guys.
All right, bro. You be good, man. We love you.
Keep it up, bro.
Lights out, man.
Keep getting better, brother.
Yes, sir. All right.
Sure.
All right. Okay. All right, man. There you guys have it, man. Lights out. Another good guest on the show. We're getting the fuck out of here. I'm getting hungry, Kerry. Hammer's got to go to dad duties. You know what I'm saying? You got a grown man going on. The nice beard. The beard's coming in.
It's coming in, but it's past you, bro.
It's okay, man.
It's gonna get.
Just let it go, man.
Bro, if anything, like with these glasses, if I could have the Moneyball Brad Pitt, the fucking just the sideburns.
Yeah.
Just the Ted Bundy serial killer vibes, man.
You know what, man. Okay, guys, with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed the show. We'll be back here next Sunday. Don't forget to watch the reactions coming out every day. Van Lou, we always appreciate you being on here. We always appreciate the questions too. Makes the show that much more interesting. And then we got, hopefully, if I get it right, we got another YouTuber coming on.